Hello guys, this is Sniper David Mason, and today I'm going to be reviewing the shitty game, Team Fortress 2, or as I like to call it, Team Fortress 2. This game, like Defendants of the Asses, is on Steam, and came out with the orange box in 2007 with two other fag games. Anyways, let's get to reviewing. Let's start off with the graphics. Oh my god, the graphics. It looks like fucking cheese. Seriously, how can anyone find any value in this game? It looks like the ninth circle of hell. The only redeemable part of the graphics is probably the map design, but even then it fails in many areas that a game like Call of Duty would never have. It's not sure what it wants to be. At least have the time to update the graphics so it looks more appealing, and so I don't have to get a bucket every time I look at this game. While we're on graphics, let's get to character design by class. The first class is the Scout, or as I call it, the Skunt. He looks like a fucking combination of sticks. Not to mention that he's supposed to be a mercenary, not a fucking child. He's supposedly from Boston, but even then I've seen pussies with better upper body strength than this cunt. At least in Call of Duty they bother putting actual men, not children. You can see how fucking stupid the people at Valve really are, not being able to tell the difference between a man and a kid. Next class is the Soldier. This is probably one of the only classes that Valve didn't do anything retarded on. He looks like an actual World War II veteran, and actually looks like he knows what the fuck the mission is. However, Valve even fails with a Soldier. His fucking helmet is covering his fucking eyes. That's so retarded. How is he able to see? Not to mention that he has grenades, but they're not even fucking usable. Thanks Valve. Next class is the Pyro. There isn't much to say about him. Or her. That's right, Valve was too lazy to give just one class a personality, actual voice, or gender. I mean seriously, while all of the classes have shitty personalities, at least Valve actually bothered to spend 30 seconds coming up with a bland personality for each character. For Pyro they didn't do jack shit. Moving rightfully on. The next class is Demoman. This class is actually not that bad, with character design, like the Soldier, is almost perfect, until you see that the Demoman has an eye patch, so he can't even see the entire area, and he has grenades on his armor, but they aren't usable either. Fucking great job again, Valve. Next up is the Heavy. Oh my god, this guy is fat as fuck. Next time, when you're sending someone out to fight a war, make sure they are physically fucking fit. He's fucking fatter than Michael Moore after going to a buffet and having dessert at Wendy's. He may be strong as fuck, but that doesn't change the fact that you have a fucking meatbag moving along the battlefield with a minigun moving at 2 miles per hour. Next class is the Engineer. This class is so incredibly mundane and boring that he just looks like a construction worker. But he's a fucking engineer. Why the fuck does he need a hard hat? He also have overalls and goggles, but they are so incredibly boring, like stated earlier. There isn't much else to say. The next class is the Medic. This guy is a fucking nerd. Why the fuck do you have a pussy nerd walking around the battlefield, healing dumbasses who can't go heal themselves? Why do you even need medics? You'll just respawn anyways, but that's for later. I'm not so sure if it's 100% safe to have a German with glasses pussing around the battlefield. His hair is also shit, like some 25-year-old douchebag. Next class is the Sniper. He looks cool and shit, but he fucking has no first name. His name is Mr. Mundy, which sounds gay as shit. Anyways, other than that, he wears a gay cowboy hat and stupid ass shades. How the fuck do you expect to shoot a sniper with fucking sunglasses on? He's also Australian, which doesn't help his gayness. Why can't he just be an American? But you know, Valve sucks dick. Anyways, let's get to the final class, the Spy. This character looks cool, but his mask looks like a fucking rubber condom that he just slaps on his face. Other than that, he is pretty cool. He smokes cigarettes, which sounds badass. But he is also a French pussy. Fucking gay. Everyone knows that French people aren't fucking strong, tough, or even cool. I will get to every character's gameplay in a little bit, but for now I will go over where every mercenary is from, and if that country sucks or not. Skunt, Boston. Place is okay. Soldier, Mid-America. Fucking beast. Pyroland. Fucking gay. I should mention, for those who don't know, that Pyroland is where bronies and other fags unite. Anyways, let's continue. Demoman, Liverpool, Scotland. Sounds gay as shit. Heavy, Russia. Fucking awesome. Engineer, Texas. I'll just say I fucking hate rednecks. Medic, Germany. Fucking Nazi fag. Sniper, Australia. Fucking kangaroo and cola fuckers. Spy, France. I think I made it clear enough that France is full of pussy babies. Anyways, let's get to gameplay. The gameplay is just a pathetic rip-off of Call of Duty. Game modes include shit like payload, CTF, control points, and the co-op mode, which, get ready for this, man versus machine. Gay. Anyway, let's get to mention game modes. Payload is so fucking boring. One team has to push a cart to a terminus, while the other team attempts to stop them. Woo. Seriously, any asshole can come up with something as simple as that. They also have payload race, in which both teams try to push a bomb to a different destination, but all in all, it's the exact same shit. Barely anything happens during those games. Anyways, let's get to CTF. This one is pretty straightforward. Almost every FPS has this game mode, so it's not shocking that TF2 would have it. But they even fail with this one basic thing. It's not a fucking flag, it's an intelligence briefcase. You had one fucking job, Valve. Anyway, let's get to control points. This game mode is just as boring as payload. You have to stand on a point while the other team tries to stop you. Yay. The other version, KOTH, is the same thing, but both teams attempt to capture the same control points, like payload race, but still just as boring. Anyways, let's get to the co-op. Now I can't really give them much shit for man versus machine, because the co-op is supposed to be stupid, but seriously, fighting robots? Fucking gay! If we're going to make a new game mode, at least make it fit with a time period. This game takes place in 1972. In Call of Duty, they have zombies co-op, but at least it takes place during a Reasonabka time, and has a strong story behind it, and where the zombies came from. The robots? No. Anyways, let's get to class gameplay. I should mention that every class have their own perks and shit, and can't be shared with other classes. At least in Call of Duty, everyone can use the same perks with their weapons and class items, and not having it to be with shit you don't want it to be with. Anyways, let's get to it. The first class is the Skunt, who is armed with a scatter gun, a pistol, and a fucking baseball bat. Fucking idiots. The Skunt is fast as fuck. He can accomplish tasks like pushing the fucking payload cart or capturing points twice as fast as other classes, has the highest speed in the game, and has a good damage output. But here's the disadvantage, you have low fucking health. In Call of Duty, every class has the same amount of health and speed, which makes everything balanced. The only way to have more health and speed is to have perks, but everyone will have perks, so it will be balanced. However, even the low health is not an issue, because it is nullified by the fast speed. The Skunt can also double jump. Not only is not unrealistic, it's fucking OP. Anyways, let's get to his weapons. Before I go any further, I should mention that almost every weapon has a downside, but 80% of the time it doesn't matter, because it is nullified by the positive attribute, but it's still gay as shit. Anyways, let's keep going. Aside from the default, one of his weapons is called the Babyface's Blaster, or as I call it, the Homo Dick Squirter. This weapon decreases your movement speed and decreases clip size. That nullifies the opness, right? No. When you get 100 damage on an opponent, you have 50% faster than a normal scout. Fucking gay. Valve, don't you see that you're making this motherfucker way too fast? Anyways, another weapon is the Soda Shitter. This weapon has a smaller clip size, but faster reload and firing speed. What the fuck? If that wasn't bad enough, there is also a feature where if you run and jump long enough, you can activate multiplayer jumps. Fucking gay. Anyways, I'm not going to cover any more primaries for the Skunt or any other weapons for him, because we would be here all day, and TF2 has a full gay arsenal of stupid, unrealistic weapons. I'm gonna go through each of the classes and only choose one or two weapons. I would love to do every weapon, but I honestly don't want to spend so much time on a retarded game. Next up is the soldier. Like said before, this guy is the only one that has any coolness to him. He is armed with a shotgun, rocket launcher, and a shovel. However, they even fail in gameplay. The soldier can rocket jump. Fucking gay. Also, he has high health and a high damage output, but is the second slowest motherfucker. He is the best Call of Duty class in the game. One of his weapons is the original, which makes it look like you're shooting out of your dick. This weapon is how it looked like back in Quake, and is only for nostalgic fags. Sure, it's more accurate, but it looks unrealistic as fuck when holding it. Let's get to the pyro. This guy is for fucking noobs. All anyone ever does is press the fucking mouse and move forward, properly referred to as WM1. He has high health and has some good speed, but his damage is so fucking mediocre. One of his weapons is the Phlogistinator, which does less damage, and no air blast, which is cheap anyways. Anyways, the Phlogistinator, when you have done enough fire damage, allows you to use MMMPH, which makes every attack do a critical hit, or as the men call them, headshots, which just reinforces the whole WM1 tactic. It's so fucking infuriating. Next up is the Demoman. He, like the soldier, is cool and has beast weapons, beast damage output, good health, but is the third slowest and is a drunk motherfucker. Why would anyone play as a drunk person? You would be shot while kissing a poster of Justin Bieber. Before I get to any detail on a certain weapon, many people who play Demoman a lot go as something called Demo Knight. It's so fucking stupid and unrealistic. The year is fucking 1972, not 1237. It's not the fucking Middle Ages anymore, Valve. I bet this explains why most of Valve's games are stupid, unrealistic, and prehistoric. They are fucking trapped before the year 1600. Why would someone give up their demolition items for a fucking cheap sword and shield that can be countered by just moving 3 feet? I mean, it's pretty cool and funny seeing the pussy mercs get decapitated, but it's not as enjoyable as blowing them up into pieces. I also should mention that the Demo Man has an ability similar to the soldier's rocket jump, called sticky jumping, which is when you use your sticky bombs to jump higher than Snoop Dogg. Not only is that unrealistic, it's fucking way too overpowered. It's like the slowness doesn't exist anymore. Not to mention that they have weapons for the Demo and soldier just specifically for rocket and sticky jumping. Valve has the worst ideas. This doesn't make gameplay fun, it's fucking frustrating. Anyways, one of Demo's weapons is called the Highlander, which is just a gay rip off of the gay movie, The Highlander. When the Demo Man kills someone with it, he even says, "There can be only one." Which is fucking retarded. Anyways, this weapon is way too overpowered. Sure, you lose 25 health, but when you kill someone with it, it increases both your health and speed. That's so stupid. What's the point of giving a weapon a buff if it is easily negated? Not to mention that it has a longer melee range than other Demo weapons. Next up is the Heavy. This guy has a fuck ton of health and has a high damage per second, but he only moves with 77% speed. Fucking gay. Sadly, this is the least played class, aside from being the only one with a fuck ton of health. Anyways, this guy's primary is a... Wait for it. A fucking minigun. What the fuck? In Call of Duty, that's a kill streak, because any average person knows that there's nothing mini about a minigun. Anyways, his slowness while winding up his gun makes him vulnerable as fuck, allowing stunts to come in and shoot his ass up. Anyways, one of Heavy's weapons is called V Sandwich. Yes, with a V it has a V, which tells me that Valve is gloating about their fucking success, that they have to put the first letter of their company everywhere in their fucking games. Anyways, the sandwich is so fucking stupid. You just eat it, and you automatically heal up. What the fuck? That's so unrealistic, not to mention overpowered. You can heal yourself fully in just 4 seconds. Yay. Anyways, let's get to Engineer. He has a sentry, which is gay, because it's hard to get rid of, and just defense points that you need to get to, making their team win, or ending up in a stalemate. You upgrade the sentry in other machines by hitting it with a wrench, which anyone would know would fucking break the thing. Anyways, the engineer also has a dispenser and teleporters, both unrealistic. The dispenser gives you health and ammo with unlimited supply, and the teleporter is so fucking stupid. It's not the fucking future yet, Valve. Anyways, this guy has low health, average speed, and his strength is his sentry. He is mundane, like said before, only with a pistol, shotgun, and a fucking wrench. All engineers do is build their shit and camp behind them while the enemies eat all the bullets. One of MG's weapons is called the Wrangler. This thing sucks dick. You can control your sentry, give longer range, and just kill anyone who enters your turf. Almost every weapon in this game is overpowered. Another weapon is the gunslinger. This thing is so fucking annoying. Sure, it builds a smaller sentry, but it has a fucking huge range and faster firing speed. You just changed your hand, why would you need a different sentry gun? Valve is just out to piss us off with these weapons. Anyways, let's get to medic. This guy is so freaking useless. Why do you need a medic? You'll respawn anyways. And if you really need health, just pick one up and unrealistically heal yourself. Anyways, this guy has medium health and is the second fastest in the game. And he can heal over time, like in Call of Duty. Anyways, his weapons include a... Wait, a fucking syringe gun? Are you fucking with me? A melee gun? What the fuck? And... Oh, bone saw, probably the only realistic thing he has to offer. The syringe gun is weak, with slow-moving bullets, shitty damage, and terrible hit regulations. His melee gun is too overpowered. Sure, the healing is useless, but after 40 seconds of healing, you can become fucking invulnerable. Valve must not live in the real world for all the unrealistic shit to exist in game. Anyways, his bone saw is like almost every other class's melee. Anyways, one of Medic's weapons is the Uber saw. This thing is too overpowered. Sure, you swing 20% slower, but you get 25% of God mode fuel every time you hit someone with this thing. Fucking yay! Another weapons is the Kritzkrieg. I know it's supposed to be a play on words of the word Blitzkrieg, but I mean come on. Anyways, this weapon removes your God mode. Cool, right? No. It charges 25% faster. And after that time, you can activate critical hits or headshots on your heal target. Fucking overpowered. Anyways, the next class is the sniper. This class has low health, average speed, low damage output, but can fucking headshot. Fucking beast. He is equipped with a sniper, an SMG, and a fucking Kukri. The SMG and sniper are beast, but the Kukri is gay. Not to mention that the SMG is weak as fuck. Sure, it's accurate, but it has slow shooting rate, small slip size, and does only 12 damage. The sniper is cool, but you can't even one-shot some classes unless it's, fully charged. At this point I should mention that something called damage fall off exists a lot more in this universe, not in a cool FPS. It doesn't appear in other games, because that is fucking unrealistic. Anyways, that's all there is for Sniper. He's a fucking camper though. One of his weapons is called the Cozy Camper, which is a game name in itself. You heal 1 HP per second, and you don't flinch or get knocked back by anything. Fucking yay! Another weapon is called the Huntsman, which is a fucking bow, reinforcing the fact that Valve still lives in the Middle Ages. It's fucking overpowered. You can just pull back the bow and do over 100 damage. It takes no skill and can headshot easily. I should also mention that this guy is fucking gross. There is a weapon known as Gerate, where you can throw your piss at an enemy every 20 seconds, and when they are covered with the stuff, they take extra damage. Fucking yay! Not to mention they also made Sniper for him that doesn't even deliver headshots. This motherfucker has issues. Next class, and probably the most overpowered class, is the Spy. Aside from the fact that he is a French pussy, he can fucking disguise, turn fucking invisible, use enemy teleporters, dispensers, and miniguns, can destroy enemy buildings, has an overpowered revolver, and the only class with the ability to backstab. Fucking yay! Every class shout have knives and should backstab, like in COD. The only reason why knifing is a one-hit kill in COD is because it's not always an active fucking weapon. Anyways, if you have half a brain in your head, you would be able to tell that the majority of abilities that the spy have are overpowered and unrealistic. One of his weapons is called the Diamondback. While I will admit it looks cool, it has a 15% non-existent damage penalty. However, every time you backstab someone or destroy a building, it will give you one guaranteed headshot. As if this class wasn't up enough. Another weapon is called the Dead Ringer. Like said before, you can turn invisible with a watch, but this you can fake your own death. Fucking gay. You turn invisible the second you take damage, and a fake corpse appears. This weapon is only for pussies. Well, at least the pussies who aren't scared of faking their own death. Now that I'm done with classes, let's talk about hats. Fucking hats everywhere. Hats, 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 hats. This is one of the reasons why people stop playing. Hats, 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 hats. There are more hats than weapons in the game. It makes no fucking sense. Then again, it is Valve, so what could I have expected? Anyways, I think I've gone on long enough. I will talk about TF2 more in the near future, and I will also talk about it a bit in my upcoming Steam rant. Anyways, if you want to play a real game, I suggest any Call of Duty. TF2 is just a pathetic excuse for a video game and should be ashamed of itself for existing.